You may want to show you something.
All right, y'all, come on in here so we can make some noise with the Just Noise Sports Show. What it do? I see y'all in here checking it out already. Y'all come on in and have a seat. We get ready to chop it up a little bit about, week one of the NFL is officially in the books and college football season is storming on. They keep doubting Prime and they keep saying they only gonna win by this many points and this and that, and you keep putting up them dubs. Now, for what it's worth, they have proved that they're better than TCU and they are better than Nebraska. We're gonna see what it do a little bit later on down the line. But yeah, want to appreciate everybody. Tell everybody that we appreciate you for tuning in, jumping in here with us, and we do this thing once a week, twice a week. That's every Friday night. That's 8 p.m. Anchor, FM, Spotify, Google, wherever you get your podcast, and YouTube channel and all that stuff is popping. So yeah, that's where we at, man. That's where we at. How y'all enjoyed week one of the NFL?
Oh, I love every bit of it. This baby football back.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you on that, Greasy.
You already know what I think. Y'all seen my Cowboys and how they do. It's gonna be a beautiful season. I'm gonna start it early.
We're going with a new NFC East Division One. We're going with the Redskins.
There you go. Worry about them Raiders, Greasy. I know they beat you. They beat your Broncos over there, but that's about it. We see what they're working with this week. Just them Bills.
Can I go and put it out there? Hold on, I got to do this. Hey, Bronco fans, I don't give a damn if y'all bring John Madden from the grave, Bill Walsh from the grave, go get Jimmy Johnson. Y'all trash. Oh, New York Giants. I know you're watching me because you're a hater. You're a Giant fan. Guess what? Y'all trash. The Cowboys put a Titanic ass whooping on y'all. 40 burger. 40-0. Trash. Any other trash squad. Oh, Houston Texans. Hold on. Yo, damn, who playing quarterback? Trash. D'Amico, your ass gonna be out of there in about a year, baby.
Cold-blooded. We talking about all the trash.
Yeah. I think I took all the trash out. You know, trash man coming tomorrow. I took all the trash out. Man, we knew that's what that was going to be, man. We ain't got time for this. We knew what that was going to be. Now, Kansas City fans, I ain't going to call y'all trash. I ain't doing it. I ain't going to make that mistake. Let me see if I got some more trash teams out there. Oh, Geno Smith, I see you got your check. But Pete Carroll, y'all are trash again. This is the trash hour. Shit. Trash in there. Shit. I forgot one more. The team we all picked. Carolina Panthers. Trash.
we got our boy Scoop jumped in there already. He said Chiefs Kingdom. And I told him that if the Jags beat the Chiefs, it's a wrap. I don't think it's gonna happen. But no, it all depends on whether or not Travis Kelce played or not. But yeah, again, like I said, thanks for tuning in and all the support. See y'all slide through with the comments and stuff. And don't forget to hit up that rewind that's on Tuesday nights where Deuce Man and Greasy Don, they take a look at what happened in the past week in college football, and just a rundown and generalization of what you missed or what went down, and they give you a rundown on everything that went down. So we heading into year 3 of this thing, and Crush Total coming around. So We're looking forward to it, Dr. Producer. And Breezy Don, Big E, Juice Man, and Big King Dre on the side. So yeah, let's jump right over to this thing. Let's talk a little college football. Texas was able to defeat Alabama. Deion was able to go to 2-0. They put a whooping on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. That rivalry is not a rivalry anymore. Nebraska has fallen into oblivion. And Texas A&M. It looked like Sean Taylor and Ed Reed and Warren Sapp and everybody and their mama came out for that one. I told you, the Aggies, man, I ain't trying to hear nothing about no Texas A&M, man. They never had a history. If they had a history like Miami, they wouldn't be talking about firing Jimbo. They'd be continuing. Texas A&M has not won a national championship since 1939. Yeah.
I don't even think our grandparents was alive.
Yeah. Don't ever get too big for your britches, Juice Man, when you're talking to a Miami Hurricane fan. Don't do that to yourself, Ed. The score is 5-1. And you think about that. 5-1, and you're going on 100 years since y'all had one. So that's for all you Aggie fans. And yeah, y'all got to beat down. Y'all got thrashed. Ain't nobody cutting for Texas A&M like that. Y'all racist, and y'all don't even look for
there
kids.
You go.
Y'all
there you go. Why you got to bring that in? Why you got to bring the race in it?
Because they are
the race into
and
it.
y'all don't even look for kids right up under your nose. If you recruit local talent like the Miami Hurricanes did back in the day, you might win some ball games, but you want to go all everywhere else, and you got kids that's very, very good players right around the surrounding area, but you can't recruit local talent. That's why you're not going to win. And get Jimbo out from down there. I'm going to say this one more time for y'all that didn't hear me the first 5 times I said it. Jimbo is a Florida State Seminole. He won off the remnants, and he won off the talent of Bobby Bowden. When Bobby Bowden left, he still had a little pull at Florida State, so Florida State still had a name. He won with Jameis Winston. He was not able to recreate the magic because Jimbo doesn't have a name. Why Texas A&M thought it would be a good idea to get that dude $75 to $100 million to produce the same results as Kevin Sumlin is beyond me. I hope they finish the rest of the season without another win. I'll never go for Texas A&M. But that's that.
Hey, I was just going to say, I do agree with you on that as far as Jimbo is concerned.
Yeah.
They all 1-1 now.
I do agree with that.
He's to me, it just makes sense that I don't know. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mean to get long-winded, but correct me if I'm wrong. If you're from Texas and you have a name as like a college player or NFL pro player, and you go into the coaching rankings, kids from around your state, your name is going to mean more. Like Mike Singletary, even though he's a Baylor Bear, his name would mean more as a Texas high school football player than Jimbo Fisher. Then what's the brother they hired out there, Charlie Strong? Like, you can recruit South Florida. You can't recruit Austin. Steve Sarkisian. I'm keeping an eye on that situation. He looks like he's one. He looks like he might be able to do something, but he's not from out here. So we're gonna see how long that lasts. Brian Kelly. I went over that already. I just don't buy it. But y'all just jump in the comments. Let me know if that makes sense. But yeah, we got some pick'em games in college football. I don't mean to be long-winded, but we're just gonna get some picks, and then we're gonna jump into what we got to look for next week in the NFL. And then me and Big E gonna have a discussion about Aaron Rodgers and what happened to the New York Jets. How you throw your Super Bowl away in 4 plays? That's beyond me. And 3 plays, really, because he got hurt on 3rd down. How you throw that away in 3 plays? Now, he says hindsight. I say it's dance. I say it's dance with who bought you. You see what I'm saying? The Jets lost a total of 5 games last year by 1 possession. You don't need Aaron Rodgers to come in there and blow everybody out 35-13. You need Aaron Rodgers to get your butt in position to kick field goals and score touchdowns. You win those 5 games. Now you're 12-5. Now you're a number 2 seed. But you went out there trying to show out your new toy, and you got him hurt. That's the name of the episode. At all costs, that dude's supposed to be protected. I'm disappointed. Me and Big E gonna spar on that. But yeah, let's jump right on into some of these picks. I'm gonna put mine out there first. We got Kansas State versus Missouri. I'm gonna roll with K-State just because I like Michael Bishop back in the day. We got BYU versus Arkansas. I'm gonna go with the Pigs. I think they got a chance to make a little noise out there in the SEC West this year. The backyard brawl, we got Pittsburgh versus West Virginia. That's a pick 'em. That's the backyard brawl. That's Tony Dorsett. That's Pat White. That's you see what I'm saying? That's a big game out there. I want to go with Pitt, but if it's in West Virginia, I take that back. I'm gonna go ahead and roll with Pitt. And then we got the Louisiana versus University of Alabama Birmingham game. Not too much to write home about this week in college football. I'm gonna go UAB. That's my 4 picks. So give me the Wildcats. Give me the Razorbacks. Give me the Pitt Panthers. And give me UAB.
Let me go and run this down. Let me get the Raging Cajuns to get that over UAB. Let me get the Pitt Panthers to go on and lock that up on West Virginia. Them days over with. Who else we had? Come on, man. Missouri and Kansas State. That's a joke. Give me K-State. And this one, y'all all got caught up on that okie doke last year, baby. Give me them Cougars. Get down there in Fayetteville and get a dub, baby. Give me them Cougars. Ain't come up on BYU this year. Ain't happening. Give me them Cougars. No, hold on. Yeah, you know what? I got folks down there in Fayetteville. Yeah, let me go and get the Pigs, man. Man, the hell. I don't know who I want to pick, y'all. I mean, that's kind of hard, man. You know what? I'm gonna stay with my first mind. Let me get the Cougars. I'm gonna roll BYU. I'm gonna roll with them.
Yeah, man. So I got K-State over Missouri. I mean, Missouri's been irrelevant for a long time. I got K-State. Arkansas, I think, is the better team, so I'm going to pick Arkansas. And I also agree with you, Doc, that last game, Pitt and West Virginia is a pick 'em, but I'm gonna go with West Virginia in that game, and I'm gonna also go with UAB over Louisiana.
I ain't seen the Raging Cajuns. Okay.
Yeah, I feel you, Greasy. I'm rocking with you with the Raging Cajuns, man. I think they're gonna do something against UAB. They always show up and show out as best as they can, and I think UAB. I just don't think it's their weekend this weekend, man. So give me the Raging Cajuns. I'm going. Give me K-State over Missouri. Give me Arkansas over BYU, and then I'm going Pitt over West Virginia. I just think in this matchup with West Virginia being on the decline the way they've been in the last couple of years, man, I just think Pitt is the more polished program, and they're going to show up and show out. So I got Pitt winning over West Virginia. It's going to be a close game, though. I say it's probably 3 points or less.
Right on. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So King Dre was able to chime in. He was the one who gave us the picks. He's pretty good at finding those games. He's going Missouri. He's going BYU. He's going West Virginia. And he didn't add – well, actually, he was only going to do 3 games, but that's here there. Louisiana versus UAB, we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to get him to drop that one in there and let him know we did go ahead and eventually add that particular game to this week's spread. So, yeah, that's what it is. Y'all looking forward to next weekend. I hope Colorado can go ahead and handle business. Big E did bring up some concerns with the fact that Colorado has played basically all of their games at 11. Well, both of their games at 11, and then they got to sit around all day and play a rivalry game. Colorado is a 10-point favorite right now. It could be a trap game. I just hope they'll find a way to pull it off. And I went to sleep on the Texas Tech-Oregon game. It looked like Oregon was on their way out, and they came back and pulled it off. So let's see if these two teams can handle business this week. And next week, we're going to have a little old matchup out there in Eugene.
Yeah. Next Saturday, well, not this Saturday, but following weekend, it's about 7 great games. I I mean, it's just a slew of them. We're gonna have to go about 5 games and add 2 on top. I mean, because you cannot dismiss. You got to throw them in because that's gonna be the top. Now, I don't give a damn what college game day gonna be at, but I know what we gonna be at. But we have a full slate of games. I can't remember offhand. I can pull them up real quick, but we got some doozies out there. I want to say it's something like Ohio State, Notre Dame. It's something weird. But it's a great matter of fact. Y'all keep on talking. I'm gonna bring these games to the forefront. Because I was looking at it. Me and King was looking at it Monday night as we was watching these Buffalo Bills implode, and everybody got gas on their face from Aaron Rodgers going down. But the following weekend is going to be a great one on September 23rd. Whether it's UCLA, Utah, we got Oregon State, Washington State, we got Oklahoma and Cincinnati, the Rutgers in Michigan, yeah, that's whatever. Ole Miss, Alabama, Colorado, Oregon. We have an LSU and Arkansas game. We even have Ohio State and Notre Dame. We have a slew of games. We have an Iowa and Penn State. We have a California and Washington. And a UCF in case.
That's week 3, right? That's week 3? Or week 4? Week 3?
Week 4 college football.
Yeah, I was looking at the schedule. I was looking at the schedule this week. Tennessee, Florida used to be like it, but like it ain't it no more. I think Tennessee gonna dog walk Florida this year. I think they probably put up 40 on them. Yeah, Tennessee, Florida used to be it around this time of year, and it's just not what it is. But yeah, we're gonna move right on into this NFL week 2 of the NFL. I hope everybody fantasy football team's doing all right. I think I went 2-2. I'm in 4 leagues. I don't know why I'm in that many leagues. I think I won 2 and I lost 2. So that's just kind of how the fantasy football league thing goes. It's like you batting 50%. You never know who's gonna come out and show out and do that thing. But yeah, the Just North Sports Show every Friday night, 8 p.m. Anchor FM, Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. iHeartRadio. Pop them speakers on and give us a listen. Give us a rate and review. Give us them 5 stars. Y'all stop sitting over there being suckers. But yeah, game 1 I want to jump into. So the Raiders was able to. Y'all just gonna skip over Saban. You missed it.
I mean, we can dip on him real quick. I get on him quick.
You missed it. We already said what we had to say. They lost against Texas. What else is there to say? Now we're gonna have plenty of time to talk about Saban. Saban gonna get him about 3 or 4 more good games and probably find his way back in the SEC championship. That's just being what that is. I mean, Saban ain't no sucker. He ain't no dummy. I did read some report today that they was talking about he already leaking that this might be his last year. I mean, he's 71 years old. I mean, for crying out loud. He got 6 championships. He's 71 years old. I was looking at it. He's been there 17 years. He's lost 27 games. That's not even 2 games a year. That's like a 1.5. How you lose a half game? I don't know. But he's like using 1.5 game per year. That means that dude has been there 17 years. And all 17 years, this dude has had a chance to at least make it to the SEC championship. That is incredible. Bar none, the best college football coach ever. But yeah.
I'm going to get that to Eddie Robinson.
You're going to give it to Eddie Robinson. Game 1 of the NFL Pick'em Show. The Raiders, y'all pulled it off. Y'all handled business against the Broncos. Y'all knocked them boys on up out of there. It was 17-16. They pulled it off. I'm not too surprised. I was hyping up the Broncos to do this and that. But yeah, they got some work to do. I'm not a Raider hater. I just want to see them fix their defense, and they'll be all right. You know what I mean? Jimmy G gonna cost some ball games, but yeah, they'll be all right.
Yeah, this Bronco, I don't know what this is. The Broncos just shoot their own self in the foot. The on current active loser streaks in the NFL, the Broncos make the list twice. Number 1 is Q, Scoops, KC Chiefs, man, they done lost over like, I want to say they lost 18, 16, 14 in a row to the Chiefs. And now this is number 7 to the Raiders. Like the announcer said, it's bad to be on that list, but to be on that list twice is embarrassing. And that's the Denver Broncos. As we dig into these Buffalo Bill highlights, the Bills just, I don't know what this was. I think they thought the game was in the bag when A. Rodgers went down. See, there you go, right there. And that they just underestimated the Jets. And this side the Jets was able to win ball games last season. They'll catch a slip. And this week coming up, Buffalo, the Raiders. You're not going to have an anemic. The Raiders will not be facing an anemic offense this week. But you do have bonehead Josh Allen, who just he'll try to fit the ball between I don't know, 2 gnats and dude, give it up. As he threw 3 interceptions. Do I think he throw 3 interceptions this week? No, I do not. The Raiders are terrible when it comes to forcing turnovers. Their defense, terrible. It's just the fact that that Bronco offense is anemic. Raiders haven't won in Buffalo since 2002 when Rich Gannon was QBing and route to a Super Bowl appearance. Same story. Raiders 1-1, Bills 1-1. It's an East Coast game. Don't nothing change. Maybe Josh McDaniels could do something, but in my eyes, I see us dropping this. I see us dropping.
All right, I'm gonna backdoor you on that sentiment. I think the Bills laid a stinker out there, but then again, everybody don't have the Jets defense. The Raiders beat I think the Broncos are actually a pretty good team. They just need some work. But they surprised me with that victory. It's a close game. But anytime you play a division rivalry like this, the AFC West. So, hey, it is what it is. They're going to get after each other. So they pulled that off. Yeah, but this one, they headed out east, kind of riding that high. I tell you what, if they can get this one, okay. You ain't got to be okay. You see what I'm saying? Because that's 2-0.
Y'all in trouble.
They could possibly get it if Josh Allen go out there and throw 5-6. Even if he go out there and do what he do and they turn the ball over, but then again, that's the Jets defense. I tell you what, if the Raiders win this one, like I said, look out. They can make some noise. But yeah, better judgment says just go ahead and make it do what it do. Give me the Bills in this one. I think the Bills, we ain't going away. I'm gonna take the Bills 27. I'm gonna take the Raiders 20.
Oh, I didn't give my score. Well, since we're going to throw some scores on it, let me get the Bills 24, Raiders 20. And are y'all seeing this? A Chiefs fan, he going to pick the Raiders.
Yeah, he picking the Raiders. Man.
What you got,
Juice?
I guess
Doc, we got the same score, man. I think the Bills are going to regroup. I'm just not sold on the Raiders. I hate to say it, Greasy, man, but I think the Bills are going to regroup. Josh Allen's going to play within himself, and I got them winning 27-20 as well.
Juice, I would say something, but I'm going to let you make it, baby. Hold on, Big E, before you get up in here. Let me tell you something, Juice. You know who y'all got these 3. Y'all can be saying that you 3 keep playing. Go on, Big E.
Well, Greasy, I'm glad you finally got honest with yourself and admitted that Josh Allen was the problem against the Jets. 4 turnovers is always going to put you in a predicament. Unless you Tony Romo. Tony Romo's the only person I know that have 5 turnovers in the game and still win. But, yeah, Josh Allen, he got to do better, man. I think he'll do better this week against your Raiders. And I actually see them bouncing back, winning 31-20 this week. Yeah, I think it's going to be something serious. So they got to make up for what they did against the Jets. They laid an egg, especially with Aaron Rodgers going out. They had all the momentum. They should have been able to take that game over and control easy. So they got some bouncing back to do, and I think they're going to do it against your Raiders.
Big E, do you think that Buffalo could possibly underestimate the Raiders like they did the Jets after Rodgers left?
Raiders ain't got that defense, man.
Yeah.
They don't have the defense. They don't have the defense like the Jets got the defense. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the difference maker, and I think that's what had Josh Allen so uncomfortable. He just couldn't do anything with him, man. He was just throwing it up there, just trying to avoid the rush and just hoping somebody would catch it. So, but he ain't gonna have those problems against the Raiders because they just don't have enough pressure to be able to put on them to make them play like that again. So I still think he'll have a good 2 picks, you know, in the game. Somebody's gonna pick them off, but they still win 31-20.
We ain't gonna get no interceptions. Shit, who picking the ball off? I think. And that rookie we got drafted from Texas Tech. Go cue me up, somebody. Trey, like I said, he was gonna be Trey. Boy didn't even make that one impactful play game one. Man, I'm done.
No, he didn't. He didn't. But Josh Allen is turnover prone, so I think he'll give up 2. So one way or another, it may not be interceptions. It may be 2 fumbles. You never know.
All right, so there it is. Y'all hear the picks, y'all hear the smoke, y'all hear the action. So we got the Bengals and Ravens. I think this one is a 12 o'clock kickoff. That's Sunday. I think it's a 12 o'clock kickoff. This one is in Cincy. And every year Baltimore starts off to this big hot start, and Cincinnati comes and they chase them down and all this good stuff. The key factor for me is going to be Mark Andrews. He's still listed as questionable last time I checked. Right now, Baltimore is a 3.5-point underdog. Cincinnati's like something stupid, like 17-9 over the last whatever against the spread. I don't like how Baltimore matches up, and I know I originally picked the Ravens, but give me the Bengals in this one. They just lost J.K. Dobbins. No true word on Mark Andrews, and I don't think Burrow comes out there and stinks it up. And like I said, until Baltimore shows me that they can handle these guys and handle them when it matters, you know, like put them away, then I'm going to go with Cincinnati on this one. Give me Cincinnati 24. Give me Baltimore 21.
And for the people out there in the sports world, let me tell you something. Cleveland didn't put up any gaudy numbers, whether it was Deshaun Watson didn't light this team up. It wasn't none of that. It was just ineffective offense. And if anybody in this world thinks Cincinnati going to come out here and put up another 3, you are highly mistaken. I like what I saw. I don't know if Texas fans or NFL fans saw this. I understand bad teams play their best football in week 1. But that game against the Texans, Lamar was doing – it wasn't what it was. It was not what it was. And that's the Texans. So, with that being said, no, sir. No, sir. Give me the Bengals 31. Give me the Ravens 14. Nah, man. Not this week.
My boy Scoop jumped in there again. He said the Ravens are going to win. The Bengals O-line is still terrible.
No, I mean the Bengals. I got the Bengals on this.
And he said Tucker sends the Bengals to 0-2. My boy Scoop jumped in there. He said the Ravens going to win. All right, Scoop.
All right, Scoop. If you want to pick what is every week, be free.
King Dre threw his 2 cents in. He is going with the Ravens. How about it, Juice?
Yeah, man. The Bengals, their offense looks out of sync. They still have issues on their offensive line. I know the Ravens have injuries in their backfield, but I think Lamar Jackson is going to make enough plays for the Ravens to win. I'm taking the Ravens as well. Close game.
Yeah, Juice, I think you want to bring up the rear this week, but that's fine. That's fine with me. Man, I'm telling y'all.
Hey, man, I got the Ravens too. Reason being is Cincinnati's still dealing with Joe Burrow missing all that time. So I don't think they got in sync yet. They're usually a slow starting team anyway. So I like Lamar, man. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. I ain't going to stop right now. So give me the Ravens. I think it'll be close. 24-20 Ravens.
And here we have the Detroit Lions. Oh, interception.
Yeah, there it is right there. Everybody's darling right now. The Detroit Lions, they started off with a victory over Kansas City on Thursday night. No Travis Kelce. The enemy is gone. But, hey, you beat who you beat, and you beat them, you gotta do what you got to do. So they beat them. And they're playing against a Seattle team that came in pretty sluggish, and they let the Rams surprise them. I think the Rams were hungry. Seattle was kind of feeling themselves, and they got beat up. DK Metcalf got a touchdown. Kenneth Walker was pretty much held in check. And Geno Smith, hey, Greasy called it. I mean, it's kind of like he got his money, and it's just kind of like we saw bad Geno. I know Aaron Donald was on his neck. Yeah, both tackles are out for the Seattle Seahawks, so give me the Lions in this one. I think after that emotional high, the Lions are going to start off 2-0 this year, which for the Detroit Lions is pretty good. I know King Dre sent his picks in. King Dre got the Lions. Greasy, who you got?
Man, y'all ain't gonna believe this right here. Man, let me tell you something. Last year, this game was a complete shootout. Seahawks pulled it out, but as aforementioned, Geno was trying to get his check. This year, he got his check. This Lions defense look a little bit better. I'm not taking nothing away from Kansas City. They did, Kansas City could still dump a 30 on you. Didn't happen. I will say this, though. Give me the Lions 45 and give me Seattle 10. 45-10, Lions.
Wow.
45-10.
45-10, and Scoop is actually agreeing with you. Scoop is saying the Lions might blow these boys out at home, but they ain't no 45-10. They ain't going 45. That. If I was to throw out a score, I would go Detroit 22, Seattle 20. They ain't put up no 45 points, man. They're not the greatest show on the turf. I don't think Seattle get done like that. What about it, Deuce, man?
The Rams did to Seattle. I like the way they're built, so I got the Lions winning. I got the Lions winning 28-21.
Being all nice and shit.
I ain't gonna be too nice. And my thing is I had picked Seattle to sneak that division, but from what I saw in week 1, they ain't ready. Geno got paid, got comfortable. That's what happened. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and renege on that. Go ahead and get San Fran. They're just due. They're gonna take that with ease over there. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it off with how easy it's gonna be by letting you know these Lions are gonna put up 33 on them, and I say Seattle will get 13.
13, yeah, okay.
What I'm talking about? Brother, so up.
Everybody got a blowout. Everybody got a blowout on their mind. Everybody got a blowout on their mind. So, look, let's check this out. And then we're going to get into the Aaron Rodgers fiasco and all that. So, this week, Tua and Tyreek Hill did major damage. So, we got a little segment. We're going to talk a little bit about our NFL Players of the Week. Tua and Hill did that thing. I was really impressed. Not to slight either one. I think Hill did his thing, but my particular NFL Player of the Week, I'm going with Tua. Man's coming back from almost being decapitated on the field. He was looking all crippled and all this stuff. And he comes back and he's showing he outdoed Hebert, or Justin Herbert, or whatever you call him. He outdoed him up there in San Diego. I don't know if it's bad defense or explosive offense. I think it's a combination of both. Nothing against Tyreek Hill. I think he's top 2-3 receiver. He can run past anybody all day. No surprise about that. But my AFC Player of the Week, I'm going with Tua.
I was gonna go with Tyreek. but that was somebody else's pick. Well, I had another pick, another guy in mind. In the or did I go with two? Did I say two of y'all in the text?
No, I think you went with Hill. You said you forgot about Hill.
Yeah, I think you went hit. Yeah.
Big E. Well, I'm gonna let him do his thing. But so I'm gonna go with another AFC guy. Who that's gonna be? Y'all come back to me on that one because these damn Dolphins lit it up, baby.
They did. They absolutely lit it up. Yeah, Big E was in total agreement with me. He was in total agreement with me. Now on the NFC side of the ball, I seen Jordan Love, he did his thing. And that was a call right there. Greasy and Juice Man went with Jordan Love for the AFC Player of the Week. And I can't fault him on that. We're not playing against the 85 Bears. There was no Dent, no Singletary, no Otis Wilson out there. But hey, you know how especially when you're replacing Aaron Rodgers, how tough the media can be on quarterbacks. And Jordan Love was not supposed to be doing what he's doing. So that's what that is. I can agree with this one. I'm wholeheartedly in on this one. NFC Player of the Week, there it is. You got it right there, Jordan Love.
Like you said, Doc, it might not have been the 85 Bears. That damn defense looked like the 65 Bears.
Huh.
You know? It wasn't nothing but just Dick Buckets out there by his damn self, trying to get it done. And look at this. Aaron Jones, man, got to be he one of the best we got. Gotta love Aaron Jones. And one thing, like I said on Rewind, this kid surprised me so greatly. Jordan Love, he looked real comfortable. Look at this. Look at this. And there's one play where he fumbled it, he gathered it, and just threw a BB down the field. Look at this, just making the right read. You know, even though I guess all reads were good in this game, playing against the Bears. Man, I'm listening. I don't even talk about the Bears, man.
Yeah, my AFC Player of the Week though. This guy's not, superstar or well known, but I gave it to Jordan Whitehead. He had 3 interceptions.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to do. 3 picks in a game.
It ain't hard when Josh Allen out there running around throwing the ball like he drunk off whiskey. What about it, Big E? What you got, man? I know you pretty much agree with me with the Tua thing. I think we lost him. Oh, there you go.
Big E. Oh, it's Mike.
I think we may have lost him. Hey, it's okay at any rate. I hope we get him back in time for the spar, man. It's supposed to spar a little bit about Aaron Rodgers and how Nathaniel Hackett got the man hurt. But anyway, yeah. So the NFC defensive, NFC, I kind of threw in a little bone too. So look, y'all probably gonna be upset with me on this one, but I don't care at this point. Like, anytime you beat a team 40-0, and
run them highlights.
Opening season, and you don't give up a point, and you just dominate them, and Dak didn't even have a good game, I'm gonna give kudos to my NFC Player of the Week, and that's the entire Dallas defense. Them boys did their thing. Hey man, 40-0 is hard to do it. I know Big E is the residential Cowboy fan. I'm gonna ride with him on this. Dallas did their thing. As you hear the music, give it up for the Dallas Cowboys. This might be the only time you hear it. This might be the only time you see it. But the entire Dallas Cowboy defense showed they behind, and they won 40-0, albeit against the Giants, who overachieved last year. But yeah, doesn't matter opponent in the NFL. It's tough to do division rival opening night. And he got 7 sacks. I'll tell you what, Michael Parsons looks like he's that dude. Yeah, it's like him, Bosa, and Garrett. I mean, any other discussion for top edge rushers in the league, if you don't start with those 3, then I I don't got nothing else for you. But yeah, the entire Dallas defense. You get love from me this week, and we'll change all that love week 5 when y'all head to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. But yeah, Dallas, big props out, 40-0.
They got to focus on them Jets first.
They got to focus on them Jets. I think that's going to be a low-scoring game. I didn't pick that game because Dallas is going to have a lot of contests coming up where we're going to have a lot of footage on Dallas. So I don't want to just Dallas every week. Because the more they keep winning, the more games they're going to have that's going to be quote-unquote a big game. Yeah. There you go, Dallas Cowboys. There you go. Dallas Cowboys, good week. Now, yeah. So the Jets did what they did this year. They spent a lot of money and gave us some capital to bring in Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay Packers. We know how that story ended. Out there, they ended their season with a loss to Detroit. Anyway, he took his time. He went on his retreat, got himself together, I guess, mentally, and found a team that he thought he could win the actual championship with. And he ends up in Meadowlands. He's wearing the green and white. He's a Jet. We all know what the Jet defense does. Now, I don't take issue. No, I take that back. I do take issue with how that whole thing went down. And I'll bring up a good point again. I'll bring up this point again, as I said earlier. The Jets actually lost like 4 or 5 ball games last year by a total of maybe 20 points. So you didn't necessarily need Aaron Rodgers to go out there and throw 35 touchdowns and, 4 or 5 interceptions or whatever. He didn't have to go out there and put up Patrick Mahomes type numbers. That was not his calling. You needed Aaron Rodgers to get in position to win those 4 or 5 extra ball games and get yourself a number 2 seed and get ready to play some ball. Now, the strength of the Jets was never their offensive line, especially when it comes to pass block. So if you watch the first play, the run was not very successful. The second play, that's when the antenna should have went off in the offensive coordinator's head because he got slung to the ground. And Aaron probably could have done it better as far as getting on the ground and not taking that hit, but he didn't. And at any rate, on third down is when the quad was shredded, and there it is, just like that. Now I got a bone to pick with Nathaniel Hackett. At all costs, you got to keep this dude healthy. At all costs, I do not care that you got this shiny new toy. This is not a 29-year Aaron Rodgers. This is not a 25-year-old Golden Goose. This is a 40-year-old quarterback that's just there to win the close games that you couldn't win with Zach Wilson. You gotta get something going first. The strength of your team last year before you even got the guy was Breece Hall and that defense. And then you had Dalvin Cook, so it's not like you got to run Breece Hall into the ground. I seen Dalvin Cook catch a lot of screens from Kirk Cousins, house them things. Take a 5-yard pass and 85 yards down the field, he's gone. What happened to those type of plays? What happened to the bubble screens? Let's get your playmakers in space. Dropping him back with a subpar offensive line and knowing that he has issues with his feet and his ankle and that quad, yeah, that was a bad decision. And you probably cost yourself a chance at a Super Bowl. He's 40 years old. He can probably come back and make a run of it. A man with a lot of pride. I think he loves the game still. He could possibly come back and make it happen. But, yeah, they screwed that thing up. They screwed that thing all the way up, and I blame these genius coaches again. Some of these coaches are so smart, they're stupid. That's on Robert Saleh, and that's on Nathaniel Hackett. You got Aaron Rodgers hurt, and that's my bone. That's my beef. That's what I got to pick with.
So we're not totally – y'all can hear me okay, huh? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So you're not totally out of bounds, Doc. I thought we were going to disagree a little bit more than where we were at, but here's my thing. You got Aaron Rodgers. You're 4 plays into the game, and he didn't play much in the preseason. You kind of got to let it rip, man. You got to let him drop back and do something with it. You know what I mean? This is Aaron Rodgers, MVP, that bad man that they always talk about. You got to let him do his thing. A simple 3-step drop, I don't think that's too much to ask from Aaron Rodgers. Now, where I do agree with you is Nathaniel Hackett and that cut blocking scheme. How are you having Dwayne Brown, who's 38 years old, trying to cut block? It's not gonna happen. He's too old and he's too big. So that's ultimately what got the rush through to Aaron Rodgers, is because he decided he was gonna cut block on that play, and I think that's a bad design for an offensive tackle to cut block and leave Aaron Rodgers exposed like that. But as far as the play call, as far as what Aaron Rodgers was doing and him throwing the ball, I don't have any issue with that. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. We don't need him. They don't need him at all to be Green Bay Aaron Rodgers, 45 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. They don't need that. But, I mean, they do deserve to let him take a quick 3-step drop and let it rip, see what happens. They need to know what their offense is working with. And I think that was the design play there. It just so happens Dwayne Brown didn't complete the block, and it ended up not working out in Rodgers' favor. But hopefully he'll decide to come back. I mean, he's a generational talent. And I think he has something special in the works with the Jets. So hopefully he'll try to make that comeback. But I know being 40, me on the north side of 40, I wouldn't want to do it, not to get hit again. But hey, that money talk.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if I'm him, I'm making one more run at it, because here's the thing about the Jets. We know that they have like 20 defensive linemen, and they all look like Warren Sapp. But no, seriously, they got a lot of people on the defensive line, which is what makes them particularly tough. They really go like 7 or 8 deep at the defensive line position. So there's always a fresh body. Think Dallas Cowboys early 90s when they had Russell Maryland, Tony Casillas, Tony Tolbert, Charles Haley came over, Leon Lett was there. They still had Jeff Coat. They had Jimmy Jones. Think of that type of rotation in the front. And then you got Sauce Gardner.
Like what we get now.
Yeah, and then you got exactly, and then you got Sauce Gardner, who is Pro Bowl, is top maybe 3-4 corner in the league, 2-3 corner in the league, depends on where you got him. You got Mosley at linebacker, and I like this kid Reed. Reed might be better than Sauce Gardner. So when you got that type of pressure and you got Mobley and the linebackers out there and you got good safety play, it's tough. So I was just alluding to the point that, hey, man, sometimes you got to dance. Sometimes you got to dance with what brought you. Just rely on that running game, rely on the defense. But at the same token, I agree with Big E. You got a shiny new toy. The Jets haven't been anything since Sanchez got them to the AFC Championship. They've had some heartbreaking losses. They were actually up on Denver, I think it was at the 98 NFC Championship. It was like 10-3 at halftime, and Denver scored like 20 points in the second half, ended up pulling away from them. So, yeah, you want to see what Aaron Rodgers can do with Garrett Wilson. He brought over a lot of Packers with him to help, transition with that offense. The thing that alarmed me was just he didn't play much in the preseason. I think I saw him throw 1 touchdown. And then you listen to some of the commentary that was going on throughout the whole game, when Zach Wilson finally got a game. And it was kind of like they had trouble picking up his cadence. And that's huge from an offensive lineman standards. At home, nonetheless, on the road, there's a lot of crowd was there. And they couldn't really pick up what was going down, and they kind of threw him off. And I see what Big E is saying about that. Cut block by Dwayne Brown, like, and he got the dude hurt. Yep, yeah, Scoop, I got you. You got to ride it out with Wilson at this point. Houston benching the dude. It's crazy because they really literally hated the dude, and they got an upgrade on offense, and now it's like, yeah, go Zach. That's a lesson, people. 1 minute they love you, 1 minute they hate you. Give them a little time. They'll love you again.
They need him now, though.
They ain't got no choice. They ain't got no choice. They ain't got no choice. But no, I respect their opinion for real, Big E. Nobody else, nobody more that I respect, commentary like for real. Big E got that solid commentary. So every time we got a chance to get some good dialogue going out there, we're gonna try to jump out there and make it happen. Juice Man, Big E, M. Greasy. This is Just North Sports Show. What you think about it, Greasy? What you think about Aaron Rodgers and them Jets?
Well, the positive with this whole thing and Zach coming on in, I spoke with Juice Man about it. This is the guy I picked to be, the best quarterback of the draft that year he came out 2 seasons ago. I picked this dude. And Aaron took him under his wing over the course of the summer. He learned a few things. And he came out a little rattled. He made a bad throw first half. And I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna get it done. But you know, he collected himself, wiped the dust, the rust off, and he got it going. With the Brees Hall was well over 100 yards. It's like you said, Doc. You got to dance with who brung you there, who got you there. And this team, I'm gonna say this again, this team didn't really lose anything. That was just one of those additions you made that just isn't gonna work out for this season and maybe part of the following season. I don't know how long Aaron Rodgers has signed up for. I think the Jets will be okay. Will they limp into the playoffs? No. But I think they'll be in a dogfight with the Buffalo Bills. They will definitely be in a dogfight. Well, no, not the Bills. I'm sorry. Miami Dolphins. This is Miami and New York Jets' division to lose this season. New England, they're gonna hang around. They're competing. Buffalo, I'm gonna piggyback on Big E. It's a turn. One guy. And this was the knock, not to jump on another team, but this was the knock on Josh Allen as he came out the draft. This was the knock that he doesn't listen. He's gonna do it his way. And this reminds me of Jay Schrader all the way over being a Raider fan. But the Jets will be fine. And like you said, that kid Reed, he neck and neck with Sauce out there, and Moss in the middle. And that D line is ferocious.
Ferocious. Yep.
I love it. But I like that type of football, though. We're gonna run the ball because whenever you run the football, you eliminate a lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
When you put that ball in the air, it's almost like shooting a 3-pointer. That's a low percentage play because that ball could easily get tipped, picked off, or it could just get picked off regularly. The quarterback can get lit up, the ball rolling down the field. It's a low percentage play with high reward.
Timing.
And the ball all over the field.
Timing. And you got to think about it. I mean, that's why that's why we marvel at the way that they're able to move the ball up and down the field. That's why we marvel at Tua hitting Tyreek Hill like 80 yards or 65 yards or whatever it was. Never mind the stupid play calling by the San Diego or the Los Angeles Chargers leaving him one-on-one. But yeah, you drop a play. Look, these guys are big, they fast, they move, they moving. Like it may look like okay, you got a little time. Now I don't think we understand. I don't think the average fan understands how fast these dudes are moving. Like I'm 6'4", I'm 220 pounds on a heavy day. Now these dudes, like if you look at Bosa and you look at Michael Parsons, these dudes are between 6'3" and 6'4". Bosa's solid muscle. He's about 270, and Michael Parsons is not a light. He's not a light 240. Like these dudes are moving. So any split second of a breakdown, your quarterback can get killed. And it's about time. And if you don't put in that time, like we can bring in, I think that's why he brought in Lazard. I think that's why he talked to Cobb about coming over there. Because if you don't put in the time and get that continuity and know, okay, I got to hit this receiver with this back shoulder fade or whatnot. If you don't put in that time, it's hard to get in sync. And they needed those plays. We're going to need those plays eventually. And yeah, this is not 1982. You can't line up and run it like you got John Riggers and the Hogs and run it 5 times a game. But at least get to game 5 and rely on your defense and let him work his way into it. And it's just, I guess, me being a fan wanted to see what they was going to do. But yeah, that's that. Juice Man, what you got?
Yes. The Jets definitely have a bona fide starting receiver. That damn Wilson, hey, he moving on up like the Jeffersons.
Yeah, I said this last night, man. I really feel bad for Jets fans. I mean, they've been starving for a winner, and even though I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers, I saw a difference in how he seemed like he was engaged and he was excited about the season. And it's just unfortunate that 4 plays in, he gets hurt and he's out for the season. But I also question Daniel Hackett and his offensive philosophy. I mean, we saw what he did with the Denver Broncos, and we saw what that looked like. I just don't think he's that creative as an offensive mind. But, I mean, they're just going to have to ride the running game and ride the defense and see if Zach Wilson can make enough plays to win enough games. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so if I'm before we get up out of here, if I'm the New York Jets right now, I am immediately going 1990 New York Giants. Yeah. 60-minute ball game. I gotta have 37 minutes. I gotta have about 37 minutes.
Damn.
I gotta have it. The offense you got 6 possessions. And if you don't put up 24 points, you're not gonna beat me. Not with this defense. So Cook and Breece Hall. And if we gotta go get another running back, you better be ready. And my tight ends, we might need 2 or 3 of them. But yeah,
I think that's what they lacking, Doc. If the Jets could get them a quality tight end or somebody that's already on the roster can step it up, like a big Mark Bavaro or Zeke Moat.
Yep. Zeke
Yeah, I know about the maybe.
Who is their tight end? I don't even know who their tight end is, Greasy. Who is their tight end?
I think that pretty much says it all right there. Before we get up out of here,
we don't know who he is.
Before we get up out of here, Scoops got y'all, man. Scoops, Dre Lindell, y'all check him out, man. He's over there at the Sports Kickback on Facebook. Got pretty good commentary going there about Chiefs fan. We have to get him to call in one day so him and Greasy can chop it up on the 1 and 2. I've been meaning to get him on the show. It's just been so hectic. It's hard to really just put out this content consistently and put out a really, really good product. But he said he's actually blaming the turf. And I'm 100% with you. This synthetic grass has got more players' knees blown out and ACLs torn up than anything else. If that's the case, just reinstall the vet back from 88 and put it down there. I mean, this new stuff is it's crazy, the amount of injuries that it's causing. Because when you plant, you get no action, you get no traction. It's like you plant and you try to cut, it's like it literally grabs your ankle and it's pulling your knee and it's twisting your knee and everything else. I wish all teams would honestly play on grass. But yeah, that's a wrap, man. It's been a good show. We gave this thing a whole hour. And if you never tried it, giving a whole hour on a podcast and a whole broadcast, that is hard to do and try to keep the content fresh and all that stuff. But yeah, one more time for you Dallas Cowboy fans as we get ready to get up out of here. Y'all did the thing, man. Y'all shut them Giants out, and we looking forward to seeing what's going on next week as the Jets come in town, minus Aaron Rodgers. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be a slugfest. I wish we would have honestly did a bonus game with this one, but without Aaron Rodgers
right now, before we get off the air, let's go and call it. Who you got? Who you got, Doc? It ain't on record.
It ain't a record, man. I'm going to go Cowboys 16-13. I think it's going to be that low. I think it's going to be ugly. It's going to be an ugly game.
Give me the Jets 17-10.
Hey, that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at
You
with
a hater, Greasy.
I'm thinking that type
Hey,
of thing.
I think Dallas should have saved some of the points from Sunday night. Yeah.
Man, we ain't even get the offense going.
Give me the Cowboys 17-10. They're gonna get after Zach Wilson. Watch.
Man, it's gonna be the Cowboys 31, Jets 10.
Yeah.
Stop playing, man. Stop playing.
Behind the 30 on that defense. Oh.
31, Jets 10. Stop playing.
All right.
My boy Scoop said they'll be blaming back by week 10.
They'll make the playoff. They'll win the division.
Oh my goodness. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Just one thing real quick. I need them to start giving Josh Allen that same Dak energy that they be giving Dak, man.
hey, that's correct.
Because that's the turnover queen right there. I said it right. Turnover queen.
That's correct. Hey, I can't knock you on that one. That kind of makes sense for what you're saying now. Hey, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. But now, for real, on that note, we're gonna get up out of here, man. We're gonna see y'all next week. Y'all know what it is. Same bad channel, same bad time. We appreciate everybody hanging in for this hour, man. We still I see we still got some viewers hanging in there, still commenting. Scoops, we appreciate our love, man. Y'all like, subscribe, and share this video, all that good stuff. Keep the comments rolling, man. We'll see y'all next week. Just Know It Sports Show. Doc, Juice Man, Greasy the Don, Big E, King Dre on assignment. It's every Friday night, 7 p.m. We'll holler.